talk about it a little bit. I want to feel the energy from it. Okay, hey, it's a joy for Yogini here. It's time for the weekly reading. It is Tuesday. I normally do it Mondays, but we had Family Day Monday, so I took that as a holiday and had a lot of family stuff to get on. So I'm also live on Reddit right now, and we are going to do the weekly reading. And I am filming this on the second month of the 22nd day of 2022. So we're talking about how this is a really powerful day and it's about relationships. And so this is the time to band together to create stuff. And maybe this has to do with creating babies in a relationship or just coming together within a relationship, solidifying it in some way, going on to into a deeper level of connection. How do you do that? Through communicating, right? Through communicating, through speaking your truths, to opening your heart. It could also be amazing with business partnerships, and maybe even getting a new job. So if you are on the job hunt and you notice certain postings today, you make certain connections today, these could be very powerful connections for your energies to intertwine today. You are very good with advice. Oh, thanks you. Thank you, Neural Frog. Okay. So it says, Neural Frog, I am no longer sure that belonging to a guild is going to bring happiness into my life. I almost left the guild on Friday because they wouldn't let me sing songs in Spanish, only English. Okay. Tall Cheesecake says you literally have an aura of light around you. Oh, Tall Cheesecake. Very cool. That's very cool. You can see that. That is such a beautiful gift. I love that. Is it just a white light that you're seeing, or do you see different colors? I think that's so cool. So thank you very much for sharing that. Um, all right. We're going to pull cards. And I keep on going to this tarot deck that I got for Christmas for myself because I'm still learning the tarot. As I tell everybody every time I pick this up, I'm like, I'm still learning about wands and pentacles and cups and things like that. And I'm doing it kind of as I'm going and learning about the cards more. I haven't pulled every single card from this deck before, and but I'm still just going to channel. I want to channel what messages come through, and then if I'm drawn to going into the book, I'll go into the book because there's usually going to be some beautiful tidbits coming directly from the book. So I'll most likely be going there too. I'm saying most likely because I'm not like saying this is going to happen. I'm going to go with the flow. Okay. It's just a white light. Okay. Very cool. Whoops. Let's see here. By the way, if any of you have anger coming up, or you've been having anger coming up, watch where you direct it, please. And I'm saying that because you need to deal with your own emotions and you don't need to splatter them on other people or everyone else around you. It's just creating a toxic environment. So when you got those toxic feelings going on the inside, you need to deal with them on your own first. It doesn't have to be on your own. If you need help, of course, you can reach out to a friend or organizations there to be able to help you to deal with your emotions. But if you are upset at certain individuals, deal with it yourself before talking to them about it. Because I have been at the receiving end, and it's tough, it's painful, it's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm needing to protect myself. So if you are on the receiving of harshness, we got to keep remembering to clear our energy and protect our energy field. You can do that using crystals. You can do it using a prayer. You can call upon Archangel Michael if that's something you believe in, right? We all have different belief systems. So it's whatever is going to work for you. But we do need to protect ourselves. But if you are on the end of having all that anger, please deal with it yourself. And maybe you can go out into Mother Nature and let off some steam there and connect in with the elements, connect in with beautiful grounding energy. Maybe you could go for a workout and just let it out on a good run or a punching bag or something. Do some kickboxing. You can even let it out during yoga. It doesn't have to be harsh and vigorous to let out anger, right? It's about setting your intention. Okay, I'm going to be pulling some cards. Let me see. Unable cat, what type of advice do you need? Have I come at the right place? Have I come? Have you come to the right place? I think I need a little bit more information. Do you mean coming to this live stream? Do you mean coming to the new place where you're located? Be a little bit more specific. What is giving you issues? What is creating, what's the word for it? Questioning. Why are you questioning in the first place? What's going on inside you that you're not in trust? So let me know. So first of all, I'm doing the collective read, and then we'll see if your question is answered during this collective read. So I'm going to be pulling cards for the week for all of us. So what do we need to be able to assist us in the energy of this week? How can we best work with the energy so we can move forward in our strength and our courage and our creativity? Deep breathing is great for anger control. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. Okay. It's slightly long. Bear with me. Okay, it's slightly long. Bear with me. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, Unable Cat. We have a bit of miscommunication going on here. Okay, so what else? Okay, there are the cards. No, I meant as I have come to the right place to get advice. Okay, it's not that deep, but I really am clueless as to how to approach. Okay, Gandhi said a man's anger is his worst enemy. So it's important to remember that. Remember that if you get angry. Absolutely. Planting, it's perfect. And you know what? When you do get angry, it's you don't have to be hard on yourself about it because our body has an internal communication system, and emotions are giving us an idea that something isn't working for us. We need to shift something. Maybe we need to shift our perspectives. Maybe it's a pattern that is coming up for us to see. Maybe we need to make a different choice of how we move forward because the way we're doing things isn't working for us if we're getting into that place of angst, right? So it's wonderful when it comes up for us to notice it, but then you need to use your own tools. No one else is responsible to shift you out of your anger. Only you can, and it takes self-control. It takes setting an intention. That's the first thing you have to do is you need to set an intention to actually release it because anger, the feeling of anger, can be so addictive that it feels good to keep building it. So you keep thinking about why the person is wrong or why the situation sucks. So you can get madder and madder, and you thrive on that building of energy because it actually creates a feeling of being powerful. Like it's a powerful energy, but you can get just as powerful and more productive and abundant energy by raising that joy factor, and so much more healthy and healing on the inside because whatever you're building, whatever energy you build, it affects every single cell in your body. So when you're feeling yourself with a dense, heavy, mucky, angry, guilty, stress type of energy, it is a distortion of energy that affects your cells. It can affect your adrenals, it can affect your nervous system, it can affect your skin, give you migraines, digestive issues, all fun stuff can happen, right? And sometimes we need stuff to happen in our bodies so we can pay attention and start doing something different. Like for years and years and years, I had so much stress and anxiety going on within me. And I still do. It's just a different level. The stuff that was really obvious, I noticed, and it was easier for me to start catching myself and giving myself strategies to calm and to chill and to open myself up to opportunities rather than focusing on what's wrong with something. But now I'm going into deeper layers and things that weren't as noticeable. I'm like, oh, yeah, I am kind of stressing about that on the inside. It could be just a small little thought that starts coming up that can start the emotions and the energy that's distorted and heavy. And so I've been working on catching those now. And it's a process going deeper and deeper and using different tools to help us to do that. So I should reveal these cards. Let's catch myself up here. I work a 10 to 7 job. That's a good time to work. What's a good time to work out? Morning 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. or night 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. You know what? It is different for every person. I'll tell you what I prefer, but it is different for every person. So, like for me, working out in the morning works best, and it's amazing for your metabolism as well to be able to work out and then you're all revved up, and then you eat after, and then you start rebuilding and replenishing, and metabolism's working tickety boo. And I find if I work out too late at night, then I might not be able to fall asleep. um, and maybe if you do some yoga stretches after and get some chill on music, be able to calm your body down. But anyways, my preference is morning, but you got to go with your preference. I know other people, they have their most energy in the afternoon or evening. So you got to go with what works for you. Okay. Using my last brain cell, I'm just doing the collective read to start, and let's see what information comes out for you during this. And then you can ask some additional information afterwards. So I'm just opening up these cards. Oops. I'm trying to make some room for them here. Okay, so the first card, and I'm feeling like this is about the beginning of the week. Mother of Pentacles. So I'm going to get this close to you there. So we have a nice deer and the baby. So when I think about the deer, oh, I'm also noticing there's colors in the background associated with the chakras. Not all of them though, but we have the purple. So we have our connection with source. We have the speaking our truth with the blue, the throat chakra, and we also have the heart chakra. Nice. And there's some indigo in there too. So we have the third eye happening. So this is from here to here type of energy. And she has the baby. And so this is very much a feminine energy type of message. It's about us dipping into our feminine, our patience, our gentleness, our love, our compassion, our forgiveness, our giving side, and our receiving side. So, yeah, a lot of heart energy and speaking from the heart. So, speaking from the heart. And when we slow down and we get into our feminine side, this is where we can receive messages. We're open to receiving guidance and abundance and love and intuitive messages from our higher self and then from our angels and guides. So within this week, we need to make sure we're finding the time to be in our feminine, to slow down and find that compassion for yourself, number one, and gentleness. So some self-care would be good as well. And then being open, and when you're inspired, to give that love to others. And because I feel like some other people are going to be raw this week and they might need some extra loving. All right, so we're going to go into the next card. Let me just check this out. Collective woohoo. All right. Like the Queen of Pentacles. I'm not sure. I'm going to check in the book and see. It very much could be. Thanks a bunch for that. I love your divinity and positive light that you radiate. Love and power to you. Oh, Unable Cat, thank you. And thank you for you sharing your love and light. So if you're seeing that in me, I really hope that you see that in yourself, because it is there. Okay, so someone asked if this was the same as the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Father of Pentacles. Every tarot book is a little bit different, and we have the Mother. Yeah, so it is like the Queen, because the other ones here are the Daughter, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Eight, all the way down to the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the Mother of Pentacles, the key words are domestic, loving, and patient. The Mother of Pentacles excels in the home. She knows exactly what to do while raising a family and tending to the tasks of daily life. There's a potential for her identity to become wrapped entirely around her children and home, which leaves her needy and attached. This is the cause of most of her turmoil. She often has qualities of a healer and is very connected to nature. Okay, so there's a light and there's a shadow side, just like with each and every one of us, right? We have our light, we have our shadow. And so, even when we are getting into that domestic, motherly, compassion, patient side of ourselves, we can focus too much and lose ourselves within that. Too much on giving to others and giving to the home. And so we need to have that balance of giving to ourselves, because we don't want to deplete ourselves, right? We don't, if we fully deplete ourselves, or if we deplete ourselves, we don't have the energy to give. So we need to find that balance between giving to others and giving to ourselves, to find that balance, because we're not just a caregiver, right? So you're also a sexual being, right? You are also, you could be a friend, a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, a neighbor, a community member, a healer, an intellect, a creative genius. So whatever you are, we need to express ourselves. And okay, so they're showing me the Libra scales, the scales, the balance. So we just want to make sure we're not going too far on one side, having the balance and making sure that you can express yourself creatively. All right, tall cheesecake. You're wonderful. You're welcome. And you are wonderful. This is interesting. I'm doing a chakra meditation, but can't get my energy from my root to my heart chakra. Oh, planting claymore. Where, let's see where your block is. So maybe I need to adopt a more feminine, caring side to unblock my chakras. Hmm. Is it just, are you focused on the action side of things? Let's just take a moment, everybody, because I'm sure there's an alignment here, and where others, like where other people might be blocked, not just yourself. So let's just take a deep breath in, slow, long breath out through our nose. Do a little scan here. Let's start at our root chakra, which is located at your tailbone or perineum. People kind of connect with this in different ways, and your legs and ankles and feet are an extension of your root. And feel that energy if you can have an opportunity to plant your feet firmly on the ground. And then maybe see if you can draw up Mother Earth's energy. So you can take a deep breath into Mother Earth. And if you don't know how to do that, you're just using your mind's eye, right? And picturing yourself breathing into Mother Earth. And as you breathe out, you draw her nourishment, the nourishment of the earth and all of its elements coming up through your body. And we can feel that energy coming up through our root. And then I feel it now right between our hips, so our second chakra. See if you can feel that flowing. Some of you know how to connect in with energy and others don't, and it's okay wherever you're at. But planting, I know that you can. You do connect with your energy. And then let's move that up to our solar plexus. I heard aha. So I feel like there's some confidence and courage that has been there in the past, but there's some old school type patterning that has come through the ancestral lineage where you can get into a place of not believing in yourself, right? I think a lot of us can relate to that. We can get to a place of not believing in ourselves and in our decisions, our choices, because we're different. And some people are just not going to get us. And a lot of people just don't know our journey. And we don't have to explain ourselves. So I feel like that is, I think many of us can relate to this, right? Needing to stand in our power and speak our truth. Wow, we're like, this is me, take me or leave me. So it's about embracing who you are, and that's going to open up to that heart. There's just some disruption that needed to come up to be released. So connect in with that. Maybe you might even consider, if you're drawn to it, you can put on solfeggio frequencies. You can look that up on YouTube, solfeggio frequencies, and you can look up solar plexus because it'd be nice to have that third chakra energy helping to heal that. And any of us can do that. Okay, so the next card, I'm just doing the collective read right now for those of you who are coming in later and asking for a card. See which of these cards have a message for you, because this is for the collective for the whole week. So the next one is the Five of Cups. This one's a picture of a horse. To me, this horse is not feeling good enough. And I feel like that's the association with the solar plexus. Maybe some guilt, some despair, maybe even a loss of something. So if you've recently have lost something, someone, so it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be financial issues, it could be a combination, it could be health, needing to go get surgery, needing to be on medications now. So feeling like a failure in some way is what I'm feeling. But this is a transition I am going to read into Five of Cups. But this is a transition period. It is this is not the proper analogy, but I'm not meant to say it in the proper way. So it's like, you know how there's the calm before the storm? So instead of saying that, it's the storm and healing before the standing in your power. So, anyways, I know it's really nothing like that saying, but that is kind of like the pattern of energy that I got in to then introduce that. So, because it's in phases, we've been going through phases. Hello, good woman. Rufus, hello, how are you? So yeah, this is a very interesting phase. It's a very exciting phase, especially today. I'm really feeling the 2 energy. Did I miss a 2 in there? We got lots of 2s going on today. So I'm really feeling the excitement of what can build from today. It's a very powerful energy. Pay attention to who pops into your head and who calls you and who emails you and all that. So going back to this card, we're facing a loss. Many of us, not all of us, but there was a loss of transition changes that are affecting us that has been bringing up some emotions. And these emotions are patterns of thought that are distortions, because with me feeling that energy then of the 2 energy, if I said any extra 2s, hey, whatever, more 2s, then more power to you, right? Yeah, because that the energy today is very different from this energy, from this feeling of not being enough. And this is tough. And I know this is fucking tough. You know, a lot of us are going through some really challenging times. Last night for me was really, really tough. It was also tough for my kids last night. It was, did not feel good. And I'm not saying, even though last night is done, you know, whatever you've been experiencing, maybe you're not experiencing it right now, but those feelings, that the disruption that has come up is like percolating. And we have an opportunity to do a really good release today. So if you do have an opportunity to go through a meditation, by all means go through a meditation. Hey, if you're interested in joining my yoga class tonight, I have a candlelight yoga over Zoom, and you can pay just for the one class. You don't have to buy the series, but we will be doing a nice clearing today, you know, and during Shavasana, we'll have a good, I'm just getting the messages that we'll have a channeled healing that will come through during it. So if that's something you're drawn to, great. Whatever you're drawn to doing, uh, maybe it's going to be journaling to connect in with what's been going on in there. Okay, so I want to read the card, or read what's in the book for the Five of Cups. Okay. Five of Cups. Grief, disappointment. The Five of Cups indicates a time of sorrow. A relationship may fall apart, or an old friend could slip away. There will be disappointment and even regret when this card appears. It's important not to make any hasty decisions, and may also be helpful to look at the type of expectations you place on others. Perhaps they can never do enough to please you. Hey, thanks for the silver award. The way she goes, bud. Hey, it's nice to connect with your energy. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so planting claymores says, well, that's really amazing. You are very accurate. It's my solar plexus area that is blocked, and I have had a loss recently. Okay. Okay. So let's do a breath into there. Let's do a breath into that solar plexus. Did I read it all here? Yeah. And let's breathe it out through the nose with the intention of releasing what is no longer serving us. Okay, so there's still obviously going to be some shifting to do. But throughout the day here, if you ever think about it, doing a breath like that into this area, slowly releasing it with the intention of, let's transmute that shit. Let's, the density, the heaviness, let's transmute it into love and light energy. And some of you who are not used to doing that, it really is about setting the intention and moving the energy, increasing the frequency, the vibration of the energy. How do you increase the frequency, the vibration of the energy from density to light? So changing your thoughts around it, setting the intention to bring in light energy down to that solar plexus. Happy thoughts. Happy Gilmore just came into, so watching a comedy or something, playing in some way, playing with yourself, maybe it is. So basically doing things to enhance your joy. And that's going to help to create that shift. Giving yourself the love that you need is going to help to create that shift. The expectations of others. So that was the last thing that I read from that card. That one's really important, because if you're in a relationship and they just can't do what you need them to do for you to be happy, then maybe that's just not who they are. And maybe the expectations that you have on them are just totally unreasonable, but for them. But maybe it's something that you need to have within a relationship, whether it's a love relationship, business relationship, family relationship, friend relationship. Maybe that's what you need. The expectations that you have are the type of relationships that make you feel fulfilled. But there might be some people that naturally do not fuel you in that way, because they are who they are. And we need to stop wanting people in our life to be someone different than who they are. So, you know, the expectations to have of others are to maybe respect us, to communicate with us, to love us for who we are, and to spend time with us, to be our biggest cheerleader. Like, I think those expectations are realistic, right? I think those expectations will help us to feel loved. Can they do that with them being themselves? Or do they have to just keep on working really hard trying to please you? And or you need to work really hard trying to please other people and they never are appreciative of you. You are never enough. Will you ever be enough? And why do we put ourselves in those situations of not being enough for people? Why do we do that? And I know for me, I believe I put myself in that situation because that's all I learned growing up, that I'm never enough and that people are always going to be pissed off at me and use harsh words with me and not want to spend time with me. That's what I learned growing up. So then that's what I created in my love relationship. I created the same thing. Did I create it on purpose? No. I just created it with the perceptions that I had about what I was worthy of and who I was, and I believed, I guess on some level, I just wasn't enough, not good enough, right? But I know now, and I hope you know, maybe this is just the reminder that you need, that you are enough. You, who you are, is perfection. And I know none of us are perfect, but that is the perfection. It's the perfection of our imperfections, which is really, you can translate that to our uniqueness and where we are on our journey. And if people are going to have expectations of us being perfect, then it's pretty unreasonable. All we can do is be the best version of ourselves and learn from every experience we have. All of those imperfect actions and reactions, and if we notice what we're doing and the reactions we get, did it work for us, didn't work for us, do I need to work on anything here, do I need to change my expectations, do I need to set different boundaries, do I need to do something different? So just as long as we're self-reflecting and wanting, like striving to be the best version of us, but accepting ourselves for the way we are on any given day in any moment, being gentle and kind with ourselves, and then doing our best to have the compassion to be gentle and kind to others and know that they're always doing the best that they can on every single day. And so we're going to have these reactions that will come up from our patterns. So we got to notice the reactions. We don't have to. But if you're wanting to have better relationships and better experiences and more love and playfulness and abundance in your life, then we can start, once we start noticing those patterns, we have a choice then. We can choose a, um, a different thought pattern. We can choose a thought that feels a little bit lighter. We can make a choice to do something different. We can make a choice to speak our truth. Okay, so that was beautiful. Those are beautiful messages that came through, and I think we all could use those reminders to be gentle and loving to ourselves and to embrace ourselves for the beautiful uniqueness that we are. And you don't deserve to be around people who are not going to accept you for who you are. And maybe our friends group will get smaller, right? But then the new people that do come in will will love us the way we love ourselves. That's what we're going to attract. So that's why it's really important for you to love yourself and accept yourself for who you are, so then you can attract other people that will do the same. Planting a claymore, you're welcome. Rufus, hello, beautiful. Hello. Did I already read that? I don't know if I read that, but it was nice. If I did, it was nice to read it again. Okay. The next card. Ah, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. So we have a cocoon here, or do I call it a chrysalis? Anyways, we have a butterfly that you can see the wings and everything. It's about to unfurl, and it has gone through a lot of shit. And even recently, right? Feeling that we are is scary and we're under attack. Like, look at all these swords that could easily just to that butterfly, right? And that can be freaking scary. So it's important. These are different things that want to come through right now. So it's important for us to protect ourselves and have some peeps, even if it's just one peep, but having some people in your life where you can reach out to for support. And maybe it's going to be different groups. So, there's different groups on social media that you can join in to feel that you're getting supported. Something that came to mind too is, so I've been going through a lot of personal stuff. I'm going through a separation right now. It's been really challenging. And so sometimes if I'm not responding on social media, sometimes I'm like, I just need to go internal right now because the external has been really harsh. And so what I've been noticing is, so because I've been raw, uh, not down there, but because I've been raw emotionally, yeah, no action. Anyways, sorry, that's my sense of humor. So because I've been raw emotionally, I noticed when I was around people this weekend, any people that were getting in a really judgy and a judgment place and judging others and like, I can't believe they did this and blah, 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 blah. And they're just doing the best that they can, right? And they needed to talk about it to like release their anger towards the situation. So, and they're wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. So when I was around that, I was like, oh wow, I can't even listen to this. I need to protect myself from the energy because I was already raw emotionally from other people judging me. And so being around that judgment was hard. And so I was like, okay, I'm just not going to pay attention to this conversation. I'm going to check my messages. Oh, someone is calling. I'm just going to close that. Yeah. So I noticed I had to do that. And the next day, so on Sunday, what day was that? Oh, that was Saturday. And then on Sunday, same thing happened in a different type of experience. So they're like, oh, yeah, that's not working for me. So noticing how you are and what type of environments that you need to be in to feel safe. And if there's some time this week where you just need to go within, you are in preparation of just shining your light bright. So allow yourself we need to take the time to integrate the messages, the energy, and the energy of today. We need to soak that up and then integrate it as the week goes forward and trust in ourselves. That solar plexus energy, it feels really important for us to get solid with this week. And so I teach yoga, right? And so any of the forward folds would be really great to activate that third chakra. Even just having like your legs straight out in front. So that's staff pose. And you can reach over for your toes, right? And you can get all comfy in there, maybe put pillows down so you can rest in that pose, or standing, right? Standing and forward folding, reaching towards your toes. Doesn't matter if you can't touch your toes. You can have your hands on your knees and just hanging over like that if you're okay with bringing your head below your heart, right? Because so some of us might have some health issues going on. So do what's going to be best for you. But those forward folds will really help with that solar plexus. Even going into, if you are a yoga person, you can go into your warrior two position and think about lifting that heart up because we've been going through the heart healing, and that will help to elongate the solar plexus. Okay. And that's going to help you to stand in your power. All right. So let me read that Seven of Swords from the book. Gave all seeing up folk. Boop, boop. Hey, airborne army guy. How are you? Did I miss the reading window? No, I'm still doing it. I'm on card number 3. We got 5 cards here happening. So swords, swords. Hope you're doing well. I'm feeling some good energy. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's 8 of swords. Did I call it 7 of swords? There was an extra sword in there hiding. So it's 8 of swords. Oh, okay. So the key words: trapped, powerless, surrendered by obstacles and threats on all sides. You find yourself the victim. You see no way out, no available choices. Your perceptions keep you from opening your wings and taking flight. What keeps you suspended here, yourself or others? The 8 of Swords demands an answer. You cannot hang here much longer. Like that. And as I was reading that, I was feeling it in the solar plexus. So this is where there's a lot of, maybe not for all of you, but this is where we potentially have a blockage, is in our solar plexus. And this is where we stand in our power, our confidence, our courage. This is willpower. This is determination. This is belief in yourself and moving forward and saying F you to anyone who doesn't agree with you. No, you don't have to say that, but you can stand in your power and do what's best for you. Okay, so that is that solar plexus energy. All right, the next card, Father of Pentacles. So we had the Mother of Pentacles. Now we got the Father of Pentacles. So as we get further into the week, we'll be stepping in to the Father of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles. And I love how the antlers have the vibrant colors of the chakra. This is in balance, and this is wisdom. You have that big pentacle up here with all of the chakras. This is, you've come a long way. You've come so far. And by the end of the week, when this energy is more integrated, like this is, oh, okay, the image that they gave me is, okay, so picture yourself standing on top of a mountain and you got like a cape on. So like a Superman or Superwoman cape flying. You can even hear the like flap, flap, flap. Hands in on your hips in that super powerful pose, you know? Just like if you were about to go into an interview or something important, right? About to give a speech, if you stand in your superhero pose, it helps to bring in that confidence, that courage. And look, this is open. Open it up. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a nice, strong energy. And so everything that you've learned up until now has made you who you are today. And you are wise. So, in certain areas of your life, you have gained so much wisdom and you know yourself better than you have ever known yourself before. So, you step in that power of knowing, this is me accepting you for you. I feel so much abundance wanting to open up. So this is that butterfly that will spread its wings with you standing in that power. You are also a leader. You have something to share to others. Okay, so let me see what this says in the book. Mother of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles. Okay, steady, entrepreneurial. Nice. The Father of Pentacles is a steady gentleman. Upon first meeting, he can almost seem dull because of his extremely calm temperament. But underneath is an incredibly passionate man who prioritizes the stability. Who is calling me now? Okay. His prioritizes the stability of his job, family, and home. He is entrepreneurial and diligent at work, a true pleasure to know. So, how can you relate to that? So, at the beginning of the week, it's about being in our feminine, that caregiver type energy, going more to the end of the week, it's stepping into our masculine, our take action, our get shit done. And that entrepreneurial side is going to be developing those really strong relationships of making things happen, right? Moving forward. I'm feeling abundance. Oh, they're showing me Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I wonder if there's a Wheel of Fortune card in here. Wheel of Fortune, what I was getting from that, the Wheel of Fortune, I was not only thinking about the TV show, but I was thinking of the opportunity to create magic. And even a friend of mine the other day, she says, I've been seeing foxes, and foxy lady. Foxes represent magician, and you are the magician. So you are creating your own luck, and it's through creation. You are a creator. Okay, so the final card. Let's see what this says. Shake Shot, how are ya? Spot Guest, can you do a reading for me? And Spot Guest says, hi. Hi. Hello, hello. I am right now, I'm doing the collective. So this reading is for everybody. You can see if you relate. Okay. 1, 2. I don't remember my Roman numerals. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of swords. Oh, 7. The fox is on one. Nice. Okay, so all the swords are in a line. Like that just stands out to me. And they're all pointing in the same direction. And they're very ornate swords. Like the handles off on them. Shake Shot, I'd also like to have a reading, please. Okay, thanks for letting me know. So right now, this is the collective, right? This one's for everyone. We'll see where my energy is at, and I might be able to pull a few cards for people individually, okay? But right now, let's see how this might relate to you. So really decorative, beautiful swords. I feel so much creativity in these swords, and moving forward, all lined up, your ducks in a row to move forward into something amazing. And so this fox, though, is sitting on one sword, and the sword is going in the opposite direction. So I feel like there's something blocking the fox from moving forward with their magic. They're sitting on something right now. And maybe this is just there was a temporary slowdown, so you weren't able to move forward, or there's something in that you're not believing in your magic. And we want this fox to move forward in its foxiness, in creating the life that you desire. I want to go into the book because I want to see what it says. Okay. And then I better check my voicemail messages. So the same number called me twice. So I'm hoping it's not urgent. So I'm just going to tune into that energy. And if I need to go sooner rather than later, then I'll let you know. Okay. Okay. 7 of Swords. Oh, this makes sense with the picture too, because half of the eye was he does look secretive. So the 2 words are secrecy and self-interest. Six swords hang in plain view, while the 7th is tucked under the sly fox's tail. So goes the story of the 7 swords. A secret is being kept. You're either the keeper of the kept from, and it's time to identify which, or deceit and avoidance lingers in the air. Face the cause of secrecy or risk ostracizing yourself. So some of you might have already been ostracized from something, from someone, or this could potentially happen by the end of the week. So if you have been keeping a secret from someone, And maybe you've been keeping it because you've needed to try to figure it out on your own. Sometimes we can have feelings about something or someone and not truly understand them, and we need to have time to explore and try to understand where we're coming from, maybe before we're going to share it with someone else. But you also might have been noticing that something has been up with so and so or with this situation. I'm feeling like I'm being the wool has been pulled over my eyes. I'm being there's stuff that's being kept from me. So by the end of the week, you might be inspired to actually speak your truth about that, whether it is maybe, okay, I'm finally going to reveal what's been going on within here, or I know you're keeping something from me. And I think it's time for you to share it, to fess up. So you can see how that sits with you. Sometimes all secrets don't need to be revealed. Sometimes it's better if they're not. But for some reason, there is something that has been going on within you, within your world, that has been a secret that does need to be out in the open now. So to trust in your own intuition if you've been feeling like something's been going on within the background, or if you yourself have been holding back at sharing something. Okay. So those are the cards for the week. So I'm going to hang on and do a couple readings, and whoever I pull a card for, everyone pay attention because there might be something within this for you. Okay, so let's see here. Whoop. Oops. Sorry, I did a really funny swipe. Are you Canadian? Yes, I'm Canadian. Are you Canadian? Okay, spot guest. I'm going to do a card for you. Okay. And Shanks Shot, let me know if you're still there. Spot guest, you can let me know if you're still there. There's a little confirmation. Spot guest. What does spot guest? Okay. And then, okay. Spot guess. 2 cards for sure wanted to come out for you. The first one is selenite. So I'm pulling these cards from my crystal deck. Clear the clutter. So the energy needs to shift in your space. And I don't know what this space is within your house, within your office. Just think about the locations of the spaces that you work within or that you live within that have too much crap going on, or that the energy has been affected by dense emotions. And so the energy needs to shift. And one way you can shift is to literally move stuff around, clear stuff out, create some organization. You can also sage, you can put crystals in the room to help to clear the energy. But there's definitely a shifting in the energy that needs to happen. There's been some density, some constriction, or even I could say confusion. Too much stuff going on that it creates like feelings of overwhelmment, being overwhelmed. So it would be helpful to clear the stuff up, to open up the space, and it will help even the brain to function better, creating the flow. Oh, they're showing me the infinity sign, creating the flow. You can even, to help shift the energy within yourself, you can track the figure 8, a sideways figure 8, or the infinity sign with your eyes. There's a whole process that you can do, and I feel like I'm going to need to do that after we're done. And then you got Apocalypse. Stay positive. So your thoughts create your reality. And when you don't believe something is going to be good, you don't believe that things are going to work out, then yeah, you're right. They won't work out because you're creating the disruption and the flow of the situation. And so if you want things to work out, you got to believe that they are going to work out. You got to trust that they are going to work out instead of thinking about all the other times when things just didn't work out. So your thoughts create your reality. So use some tools to find a way to keep staying positive. And one tool you can use is to be conscious of your thoughts. And anytime you find your thoughts going to the negative, this is going to suck, this is going to work out, you got to catch yourself and find a thought that feels better and more positive. And then maybe shift your energy completely by doing something creative, listening to music, playing, dancing, listening to a comedy. That can help to shift your energy. So those are important. And two more cards came out. And so I didn't necessarily feel they were specifically for Spotcast, but you can let me know if they relate to you. These are going to relate to someone who is watching right now. So Amethyst came up. Trust your intuition. I feel like something has been going on, and you've had these thoughts coming up of, well, this is what's really happening, and this is what I should do. And it wasn't, the thoughts haven't been coming from a place of fear or anger. It's just like knowing. It's just this knowingness. And so you need to trust in that knowingness, because you are 100% accurate there. And Sunstone, take pleasure in the things that you do. So those little things, those daily things that you need to do, finding the joy in that, or finding ways to make it more joyful. So maybe putting on some music in the background, taking a break during the day, and having a chat with a fun friend, setting a coffee date, things like that. So find the joys, find ways to create that fun within your day. Okay. Rufus, Mimi, Shawshank. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to do Shawshank and then Rufus. Okay. What is Shawshank? Or it's Shank's shot. All right, Epidote, go deeper. So you've been having some emotional stuff come up, but it's been more like, not all of it, but some of the stuff you've just been kind of brushing away. Let's take that dust and put it underneath the carpet right now, because I don't want to deal with that right now. They were showing me in a kitchen, just putting it under the stove. So, because some stuff can be challenging to look at, but you need to go, you don't need to, but you have an opportunity to feel into those emotions. Question, why am I feeling this way? What do I want to happen? How am I getting in my own way? And journaling to that emotion, talking to it. What is this about? How can I heal this? What do I need to shift? And just trust whatever thoughts come in. Just write them down, and you can get some beautiful answers. You do need to go deeper. You need to do your own work. We each need to do our own work. We all have shit that we're healing, right? So this is yours. And this stone can help you to go deeper. So if you're drawn to crystals, this could be a very helpful stone to get. I have no idea if it's challenging to find. I don't know. But even at the minimum, you can find a really good resolution picture of it, which is a representation of the vibration. If someone took a picture of it, so it has the vibration, the essence of the crystal. So you can even just look at it and meditate with it by looking at it. So that could be helpful. So I hope that helps. Okay. Rufus. What does Rufus need? Rufus, 3 cards wanted to come out for you. The first one is Lepidolite. Recall your dreams. So you've been getting some messages in your dreams, maybe even some prophetic messages. Sometimes, of course, you're just releasing some fear and some anger. But there's always messages that are clues to what you are clearing out, what you're going through. And that helps to do a more thorough cleaning process with your thoughts and emotions. They were showing me a duster buster, like, Like instead of brushing it away, like I was talking about just earlier, it's like the duster buster action when you can recall those dreams. It helps to speed up the process. So as soon as you wake up from a dream, whether it's in the middle of the night or in the morning, just take the time to go, okay, what was the first thing I remember? Don't move. Also, as soon as you move, the dream can like float away so easily. So when you wake up, go, okay, what was I dreaming? And try to go to the earliest part of the dream and go right to the end. If you do have an opportunity to write it down too, that could really help. But it will help you to have a better understanding of yourself and what you're clearing. The next one is Angel Aura Quartz. Lighten up. It looks like a birthday cake in a crystal. I really like this card. Okay, so yeah, find ways to be lighter within life, within situations. Use your creativity and find a way to play. So that came up already. The needing to play and have fun, and you can do that in different ways that will work for you. Hematite, ground yourself. So you can use different stones. You can use hematite to ground yourself. There's also different crystals out there that can help with grounding. But even going outside and being out in nature and breathing in Mother Nature to help you to ground. Set the intention. You can even ask Earth Fairy to help me to ground, please. Ground me down. Oh, my lawns. You are gorgeous. Wow. Well, thank you. Stone cold. We toted, tauted. Thank you. That's super sweet. All right. So I think I did everyone. Hero. Hello. How are you? All right. So I think that's it for today. So tomorrow is time for Intuition Wednesday. So you get to practice your own intuition. Normally I do the weekly reading, not on Tuesdays. I normally do it on Mondays. Okay. So Mondays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the time that I aim to do it. We had family day yesterday. So Wednesdays, Intuition Wednesday, I'm doing it at 11 a.m. now, Eastern Standard Time. So 11 a.m. Toronto time on Reddit and as well as on YouTube. And then on Fridays, I have Feel Good Friday, 8 p.m. Toronto time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and have a different theme every week. Really powerful healings that normally happen, and it's fun. On Friday night I let loose. So anyways, we'll have some fun. I hope you can join me. And the Friday night party is on YouTube, which is the Joyful Yogini, and it's also on Instagram. If you want to have a link to my different social media platforms, you can go to my Instagram, which is the.joyful.yogini, the.joyful.yogini, and you can check that out in my bio. There is the link tree there that will take you to my different social media. So I hope you have a great rest of your week. Enjoy this 2222. It's very powerful. So let's see what relationships open up for you today. Be really cognizant of that. All right. So thank you, everybody. And thanks for the follow, and thank you for the upvotes. It's wonderful to the fact that I get to connect with you. I'm really grateful to be able to do this. It warms my heart and it gives me a platform to be able to spread my joy and healing. So thank you. From my light to your beautiful, amazing light, namaste. And I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. See you later. Bye. And then what does that say?